Cruise news time. Well, look, as we wait for the CDC to tell us whether or not the conditional sale order is going to be extended, we got some cruise brands that are already doing their own extending of their health protocols into 2022. Will you be affected? That's a question. Also, what is something that your cabin steward needs to make sure is in your cabin every day, regardless? There's some people complaining. Cruise news. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news updates. Well, you may be saying, Tony, why is there such a little bit of pep in your step? Because it's 12 days until I go cruising. How about that? 12 days until I embark, finally, on Carnival's newest cruise ship, the Carnival Mardi Gras, and I'm not going alone. I'm going with my favorite shipmate, Jenny. I'm going with two of my daughters and their husbands, and I'm also going with 150 members of the Loca fam. That's freaking scary for an introvert like myself. I love the idea of community. I love being a catalyst to help build community, but I like being in the background. I don't necessarily like to get to know a lot of people. I'm very introverted. And so my shyness and anxiety is kicking in a little bit as I try to wrap my head around meeting 150 people that are coming specifically to meet me. Interesting. Now, look, I've had a lot of practice as I've been going on cruises, and so I think everything is going to be okay. But yes, it's going to be an interesting week on the Carnival Mardi Gras. I cannot wait to get to meet so many of the Loca fam out there that's cruising with us. Please give me some grace in the midst of my awkwardness. I'm hoping to do some stuff in the next few days to maybe get to know some more people virtually. But yeah, I get hit up all the time. Like, oh, let's have lunch, or can we hang out? Or can we, it's like, I live in this room. That's it. But I'm trying. So that's exciting. 12 days until I cruise on the Mardi Gras. But also, in addition to my excitement and anxiousness about the cruise, I'm also kind of laughing my butt off a little bit about the stuff that people complain about. Again, I get to read every comment, and I feel so bad for people that just seem really overly upset about stuff that they can't control. There's so much wonderful things in life. Please, if you find the thing that annoys you, get that thing away from you. Even if it's watching me, sadly enough, I want everybody to watch, but if I'm some sort of trigger to make you unhappy or on the chip or upset, you got to go away. It's okay. I really want you to watch. I really want people to engage, but I don't want people getting so upset about stuff that none of us can't change. Yeah, we got to work together. That's what I think, but not everybody's down with that. But anyways, that and then listening to these people complain to John Heald, it's got me a little tickled today. Hey, and while I have your attention, I am hotly anticipating an answer to a yes/no question, and it's coming in by the end of the day. And so can we collectively have a positive thought that the answer will be yes? That's as much as I can say. But please, it's exciting. Cruise news. Let's talk about that first. This isn't the freshest cruise news. It's a couple things that have popped off over the last week or so, and I haven't really had a chance to talk about it. We did talk about how we are approaching the 31st of October. This is when the conditional sale order will expire by date. 3 ways for the conditional sale order to go away. Health and Human Services can declare that we're no longer in a public health emergency because of COVID. The director of the CDC can turn off the conditional sale order, make it null and void, or it can expire. And the expiration date is the 31st of October. The conditional sale order right now, pretty much the framework that the protocols that cruise lines are using are built off of. So the CDC has put out the best practices for cruising right now. The cruise lines have accepted those voluntarily, even though they didn't have to, and those are the protocols. And so as we wait until we get to the 31st of October to see if the conditional sale order goes away, we wonder, what will the cruise lines do? Well, 3 cruise brands have already decided what they're going to do with their policies moving into 2022. These are part of Carnival Corporation. You know, Carnival Corporation has 9 cruise brands, and Carnival Cruise Line, Princess Cruises, and Holland America Line have all decided to extend their current protocols until the end of February 2022. The big polls in their protocol tents right now are a vaccine mandate. Anybody who is 12 years or older, they have to be fully vaccinated before they will be allowed to cruise on Carnival Cruise Line, Princess Cruises, and Holland America. Carnival is working an exemption process here in 2021 for passengers that are 11 and younger, but there is some indication that they're not going to start that exemption process in 2022 just yet, as they wait to see whether or not 11-year-old and younger can get vaccinated. And then, of course, on Princess and Holland, they're just not accepting any exemptions for 11 and younger. So all 12 years old and older, fully vaccinated. They're keeping the same masking protocols that they have. And then the other big one that they're keeping is the 2-day pre-cruise testing protocol. And so these lines are not waiting for the CDC to come through and say whether or not the conditional sell order is going to be extended. They've gone ahead and extended their protocols. Simple question: are you affected? Are you cruising in the next 3 months on any of these brands? Will this affect your decision on whether to cruise or whether not to cruise? Leave a comment below. And while we're talking about Carnival, let me cover this. There's an interesting complaint over on John Heald's, the brand ambassador for Carnival, an interesting complaint on his Facebook page. Somebody wondering why a certain thing isn't in your cruise cabin on a daily basis. Before we get there, let me quickly invite you to subscribe if you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising. Please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Thank you in advance. All right, here's the message that was sent to John Heald. Seems like filling the ice bucket should be part of the steward's job description and not something we should have to ask for. Everyone I know uses ice in their room every day of the cruise. Why is this not a standard setup, John? Now, I'm trying to think if I have ever asked for ice on a cruise. Maybe once. I've been on 18. Maybe once I've asked for a bucket of ice, but certainly not something I get every day on a cruise. And I don't know anybody, I don't think, that gets an ice bucket every day. But this person said that everybody they know gets an ice bucket every day. And so it certainly brought up a couple questions in my mind. The first one, the most obvious: should the cabin steward bring a bucket of ice to your cabin every day of your cruise without being asked? Just pop in every day with a fresh bucket of ice? Would that work for you? Is that something that you would want or not? And then secondly, if it's not ice, what would it be? I know one thing that we ask for every cruise. Can you guess what it is, what we ask for every cruise? Yes, we ask for a pillow and an extra blanket. And many of you noticed that we have the extra pillows. But what would you ask for? That's an interesting question. Boom, that's your cruise news. Time for you to sound off. What do you think about today's show? Leave a comment below. Thank you so much for checking out the show today. Please hit the like button, or the ice that you have to have in your cabin will melt way too quick. You'll just have a bucket of water. How about that? It's Tony with Lido, Loca. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.